Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
On 1st down, here's Love. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. 6-0 our score after 1. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Herbert now. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Bryce Love, 84 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He's going to field this at the 4. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. On 1st down, it's Love. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. This is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Herbert has it knocked free. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 93 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and very short, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Herbert on first down now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes buying time to his left. That swung out to Mostert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. Carlson able to put this one through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert. Stiff-armed him. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Herbert's throw caught there by Wallace. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Herbert back to the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Herbert. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd down and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.